Thank you so very much for being back. And if you just joined us, this is still Enterprise Morning, reaching you from Enterprise Television. Let's head straight to our conversation for today. President Bola Tinubu on Tuesday night held a closed-door meeting with leaders of the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC at the presidential villa, Abuja, in an effort to persuade Organised Labour to shelve its planned nationwide protest over the worsening security situation in the country. Speaking to journalists after the meeting, NLC President Comrade Joe Ajaero described the engagement as a consultation rather than a conclusive negotiation, noting that Labour leaders would first brief their internal organs before taking any decision.
Very true. He said the Congress would reconvene to deliberate on the president's submissions and announce its position afterwards, stressing that decisions within the NLC are collective. Also present at the meeting were Imo State Governor and Chairman of the APC Governors Forum, Senator Hope Uzodinma, and the Minister of State for Labor Nkiruka Onyeje-Ocha, who both emphasized dialogue as the preferred path to resolving the impasse.
All right, so let's get talking. We have Emeka Madunagu. Thank you so very much, Emeka, for being back. We truly do appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
All right. So, Emeka, let's get talking on labor. And as someone said, just before we got on the show today, someone said that NLC today is a cut and join. We do not know if we should manage it the way it is or should manage the cut and join nature of the NLC, a dog that barks that never bites. Do you think NLC makes any meaning any longer to the Nigerian perception?
Unfortunately, no, NLC doesn't. And I think they box themselves into a corner. I mean, the whole thing is farcical, it's a farcical joke. Because, okay, today is the birthday of the NLC President, Comrade Joe Ajaero. So I was wondering, how do you, you are planning a protest on your birthday. Is it a kind of birthday march or something? I don't understand. So, and you said you hold a protest against insecurity. It's not just about holding a protest. It's also about the fact that you should engage the government. You should engage the National Assembly. Because, we have apparatus of state. We have security equipment that is used. We have laws like the Cybercrime Act that have been used against the critics of ordinary individuals in the country. You can use that, but you cannot use the same Cybercrime Act to track terrorists. And you heard the rubbish talk from some officials in this government. Look at the Minister of Digital Communication, Bosun Tijani, talking around nonsense. That trying to locate bandits has been difficult because they bounce their calls off. In fact, it's just the same line with what the former Minister of Defense said, that some forests, that there are some forests you cannot bomb in Nigeria. What sort of rubbish? What it shows is that these people are getting bad advice, even up to the president. Up to the president. That's what it shows. The president, some time ago, put a 15% tax on imported fuel. He was giving the impression that, local production had, risen to the level that we could depend on local production. We didn't need imports. But at the end of the day, what did we have? He was not informed that that we still need imports in order to bridge supply. So who is not telling the truth? Who is lying? So people are now saying that it's because the friends of the president are the ones importing fuel. That's why, importing petroleum products, that's why they had to remove that 15% tax. But all of these things don't add up. The point is this: if you have you are able to go and bomb coups in Benin Republic, and then you are unable to pursue terrorists, you're unable to deal with terrorists, then something tells me that those in government are the ones behind terrorism in Nigeria. Something tells me that influential people in power are actually the sponsors of terrorists. Because, I mean, how were you able to respond to the coup in Benin Republic so quickly? But people are being kidnapped with ease across the country. It doesn't add up. Excuse me, something is just not adding up. But to me, I think the NLC should transcend, beyond just a street protest, because everything comes down to street protest. And you see the rights of workers are being abused serially. But everything, you bring it down to protest. I think they need to, scale their engagement. Their engagement should now be intellectually driven. The engagement, should be nuanced, should be contextualized in such a way that it will be easy for them to make impact. But when everything is just about gather people, hold protests and all that, then you lose the power, you lose your influence. And that's unfortunately what is happening to NLC. Thank you.
All right, so now what does this meeting, what does this meeting signal about the government handling insecurity in Nigeria?
They just called the NLC. One, NLC should have held a conference, a summit, a national summit on insecurity to get views of stakeholders. And then they should have invited government. Now, at such a summit, you put things together. It should not be a summit for chewing cola and, sweets and all that. No, it should be all taking tea breaks and some people putting money in their pockets. It should have been a serious engagement. You have some former labor leaders in the National Assembly. Why are they not pursuing the interests of workers? Or did they go to the National Assembly and, just throw away their antecedents? So it is very important for NLC to put things right. Such a meeting where they were called, they now said they will engage stakeholders. What nonsense. That's baloney. That's what you should have done. But you had to go to the presidential villa to be told to engage further. It shows that NLC, sadly, is lacking serious intellectual content. Without apologies to anybody, NLC is just being driven by, emotions. They're investing too much emotions into very simple matters, issues that can be easily resolved. And that is why they are not making any impact. They have just kept everything at the level of protest. No. Workers' rights are being abridged. Is that not insecurity? Workers are being owed in many states. Is that not insecurity? Pensioners are not being paid. Is that not part of insecurity? 17 states in Nigeria today have not signed up to the compulsory pension scheme. The compulsory pension scheme that was launched in 2004 and amended in 2014. They've not signed up to it. They are still using the derived benefits scheme for the direct benefit scheme for pensioners, and they are owing pensions. Is that not part of insecurity? Insecurity basically rests on socioeconomic distortions, socioeconomic dislocations. When people don't have jobs, even those working don't get their salaries on time, or they are underpaid, or they are not, there's a misalignment, in their career objectives. And then you find that they cannot put in their best. They cannot put in, so much effort, so much intellectual rigor into what they do. That fuels insecurity. That's why you find among these terrorists, wherever in the country, you have graduates, you have educated people among these guys, because people come out of school, they finish service, they don't get jobs. What do you want them to do? You tell them to create jobs. Or they go to the bank to get a loan. They are told to go and bring their great-grandfather's bank certificate. So when you do all these things, these things fuel insecurity. So it's not just about ragged out bandits kidnapping people or invading churches or shooting people in mosques or things like that. It goes beyond that. It goes to the root of the socio-economic dislocations in this country, 70% of which fuels crime. You know, crime in this country is fueled, 70% of crime in this country is fueled by socio-economic factors. The economy is still being looted. The treasury is still being looted. Politicians are looting the treasury mindlessly. It tells you that his children's school fees in a foreign country amounting to about 7.3 billion are being paid by educational trust, that his father left money, this and this, that. Come on, we're just making a joke of ourselves. So we've turned insecurity now to a buzzword rather than a serious national challenge that should be approached with serious, adequate intellectual rigor. And that is the problem NLC has. They just invest emotion. We're going to hold protests. So after the protest, what next? What next? What next? Politicians will just meet your people. Governors will just come out, or they will send some lowly official to tell you, okay, government has heard your agitation. Okay, they collect a letter from your representative. Then they tell you they are looking into it. What happens next? Those are the things that need to be dealt with. Those are the things that need to be dealt with. You know, you have a workers' bill of rights. Does NLC still remember it has a workers' bill of rights? Does NLC remember that there are people working in factories owned by Asians that are being treated badly? What are they being paid? Even below the minimum wage. Does NLC pretend not to know that security men, gate men of many big men, companies are still being paid at 30,000? That school teachers are being paid 15,000, 20,000. In many schools in Nigeria, below the minimum wage. Is that not a crime? Why is NLC not dealing with that? Those things fuel insecurity because when people are frustrated, they go into crime. You have soil minerals being expropriated. People are being used to get those solid minerals. As slaves. We're just looking at the fact that these soil minerals are being stolen and taken away. How about the people being used on this site, being exposed to radiation, being exposed to the effects of those solid minerals? What happens to their health? We're not looking at that. Look at what happened in Ogijo, Ikorodu recently, where people were recycling batteries, and it was affecting the local community. Didn't NLT hear about it? What did they say? Did they come out? They kept quiet until even foreigners started making documentaries about how it was affecting the health of, before the government was forced to go and shut down those factories. Where was NLC?
But Emeka, if I might interject, Emeka, sorry, if I might interject at this point, do you think we should blame it on the leadership of the party and not of the pressure group, that's the NLC, and not just the pressure group itself? Because I remember during the days of Adams Oshomole, he had eye for details. You know, he knew that the devil was in the detail, and he followed through on some of those things, and that's why he is iconic, even if he has changed now from the Adams Oshomole we used to know. Do you think that Joe Ajaero is more like a lukewarm person that does not understand what he is doing at this particular point?
All of them are the same. Adams Oshomole achieved nothing. He was just leading Nigerians on a wild goose chase. He's my friend, yes, but he was just leading Nigerians on a wild goose chase, just coming out for protest. There was a point, if NLC under Adams Oshomole had approached these issues, you know, again, permit me to bring it, you know, to the intellectual arena, because that's the arena where I know about, you know, confronting and distilling ideas. You know, I don't know any other way, you know, about confronting issues. So if they had brought it to the intellectual arena and said, look, Obasanjo, the time has come for us now to get refineries, to sell these state-owned refineries, to get private refineries into this business. Remember in 1998, Abacha, then General Sani Abacha, was in 97, he issued licenses. He issued licenses to private companies for, you know, in the downstream sector of the oil industry. What happened to those licenses? Remember, in the military era, licenses have been issued for oil exploration. What happened to those licenses? So what we are just talking about is that it's not just about street protests. Even the government lacks technical competence to handle a lot of these issues. That's why you see a company like Dangote Refinery going to bring down thousands of Indians into the downstream sector because we lack the technical expertise. How many Nigerians are graduates of petroleum engineering? How many? The entry requirements are so stringent, so we shoot ourselves in the foot. We make it difficult for people to get into the university. Yeah. Then at the end of the day, we wonder why graduates why people are going to read religion, why people are going to read security and certain courses. By telling them that AI will replace those jobs. You are not looking at the additional processes. How you make it difficult for people to get into courses that will build your nation, that will build the economy. We're not looking at the fact that we should encourage people to take skills, welding, plumbing, masonry, carpentry, a lot of these skills, technical skills, steel fabrication and all that, computer engineering and all that. We are not looking at how to build a productive workforce base. And then we turn around because it's easy to go and import expatriates to fill our technical deficit. So when you take all these things, by the time you scale all these things, you just see that we are the ones hurting ourselves. That's the truth. So when you look at insecurity, how people are able to, people are able to illegally mine resources from this country. Look at chromium. An ounce of chromium is $320,000. How can people do it? Who are those clearing they are said, Saudi legal miners are said to be using, they have airstrips. They fly these things out. How come? Why? I mean, NLC has people in the security services. Their members are the aviation circles. Why has NLC not exerted pressure on government? Go and book these airstrips and destroy these airstrips. Arrest the people behind all these things. But you just come and do. No, we must go beyond that. Comrade Hassan, someone or another did that in the 70s. This Baba from Kwara, I don't remember his name, who was active in the colonial era, I mean, he did well. He mobilized the first general strike in Nigeria, still 1945. Yeah. Between 1945 and now, so many years have passed. We ought to have by now scaled our engagement as stakeholders in this economy. That is the thing. We should not just be talking and talking and talking. There must be actionable points. And NLC should actually engage its various directorates to say, listen, let's engage stakeholders at different levels. Let's engage the National Assembly. Let's engage the various committees of the National Assembly. Let's hold meetings with them. What can we do, for instance? Everything must not be about degree. In the technical field, you don't have you don't have to wait till you get a degree. How can we provide more technical expertise in all of these areas so that we remove a lot of our young people from the street? We move them into productive ventures. Okay. So that even if you have an OND, you can get into the oil and gas industry. You can get into solid minerals. You can get into several areas. With that, even in the security architecture, everything we are using, weapons and all that, are imported. What happened to the Daikon Industries, Defense Industries Corporation of Nigeria, Kaduna? What has happened to it? We are still importing weapons. Even little things as tear gas we import. We import little things. Even boots that policemen wear, we import them. Are we not ashamed? Why is NLC not engaging security service to say, okay, police, you have a police bank, you have a police microfinance bank. Why not revive the police garment production factories? Why not restore your uniforms? You can be making garments for companies, for various establishments. Boots, you can make boots locally in Nigeria. You can do a lot of these things and save foreign exchange. Then with that, you will get thousands of Nigerians employed. Look at what the governor of Abia State just did. Alex Oti. He bought back Star Paper Mill from Amcon. Now I tried to get another company, Afro Beverage from Amcon. Companies died because they were owing a lot of money. Now, has invested Abia State money in getting them back. Now, when it takes these companies to the stock market, and then rallies people around to say, okay, come and buy shares in this company, maybe raising commercial papers. Through commercial papers, maybe they'll raise like 100 billion or so. Revive Star Paper Mill. Get thousands of Nigerians employed. And then spin out value chains. You remove people from crime. You remove people from the streets. When you remove people from the streets, I tell you what, you will gradually be killing crime.
Very well.
Those are the things I think NLC should avert its attention to. Look for those low-hanging fruits. Go and meet with the governor of Abia State to say, how can we work with you to get Star Paper Mill back on track?
Okay. How
can we work with you in this? Not just wait. Any small thing, you go and protest. Any small. Does NLC know that Dangote reduced price of petrol, PMS, dramatically after people had invested billions in byproducts from him? Now, a lot of those dealers are losing billions of naira. NLC, didn't they know about it? Didn't they hear about it? So what we're talking about is we should remove emotionalism from our engagements, our public engagement. Let us deal with the issues that matter. That is it. Security is everyone's business. Security is everyone's business, not just the government's business. And that way, honestly, we will make good success. Thank you.
Very well said, Emeka. You actually, nailed it the way it should be, and that cannot be better said. Sometimes I wish people like you, should be with the NLC to help them, navigate this treacherous road and the waters they found themselves. And starting with our president, how come FIRS is engaging a French company to help us to collect tax and consult for us and all that? So all of this starts from what we're talking about, but we have to leave it for now. There's so much to talk about, really, but for the want of time, we have to just end it. Thank you so very much, Emeka. We truly do appreciate you more than. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right, beautiful. So that's just about the time we have, like I did say, and we have to leave it at this point. But you can, of course, continue your conversation when you drop your comments. When you visit us, that is at Enterprise at TV7. My name is Henry Igwebike.
And my name is Kehinde Bodan.
Have yourself a blessed day. Bye-bye.
Bye.